Welcome to Lesson 3.5, Strategic Question Development, Positioning Yourself as a Strategic Thinker. In this lesson, we'll explore how to craft thoughtful, impactful questions that not only demonstrate your strategic thinking but also position you as a business-minded professional. Think of the questions you ask during an interview as your strategic intelligence showcase. They reveal your ability to think beyond the immediate role and demonstrate your understanding of broader business challenges, industry trends, and organizational success. By the end of this lesson, you'll have the tools to craft strategic questions that differentiate you from other candidates, build rapport with interviewers, and help you gather the insights you need to make informed career decisions. Let's get started. The questions you ask during an interview are just as important as the answers you give. They reveal your depth of research, your ability to think strategically, and your genuine interest in the role and organization. While most candidates either ask no questions or focus on basic logistics, strategic questioners stand out. They position themselves as executive-level thinkers who understand business complexity and can contribute to high-level decision-making. For example, instead of asking, "What's the typical day like in this role?" you could ask, "What are the biggest challenges this team is currently facing, and how can this role contribute to addressing them?" This approach not only demonstrates your strategic thinking but also creates a collaborative dialogue with the interviewer. Strategic questions are thoughtful inquiries that demonstrate your business acumen, research depth, and genuine interest in the role. They position you as someone who thinks at a higher level about organizational challenges, opportunities, and success factors. For example, instead of asking, "What's the company's mission?" you could say, "I noticed your recent expansion into international markets. How does that align with your long-term vision, and what challenges do you anticipate in maintaining your competitive edge?" This type of question shows that you've done your homework and are thinking about the company's broader strategic goals. Remember, the questions you ask are a reflection of your capabilities and mindset. Make them count. To craft impactful strategic questions, focus on these 5 categories. 1. Role clarity and success metrics. Ask about expectations and what success looks like in the role. 2. Team dynamics and culture. Show interest in collaboration and cultural fit. 3. Strategic business context. Demonstrate understanding of broader challenges and opportunities. 4. Growth and development opportunities. Highlight your long-term thinking and commitment to improvement. 5. Leadership and management philosophy. Explore working relationships and organizational effectiveness. For example, under team dynamics and culture, you might ask, how does the team collaborate on cross-functional projects, and what role does this position play in fostering that collaboration? These categories ensure your questions are well-rounded and strategically focused. Not all questions are created equal. The question impact framework helps you understand the levels of questions. Level 1, transactional questions, basic logistics like compensation and benefits. Avoid these initially. Level 2, functional questions, role responsibilities and day-to-day activities. A good baseline. Level 3, strategic questions, business challenges, growth opportunities, and competitive positioning. Level 4, executive questions, industry trends, organizational transformation, and long-term vision. For example, a Level 3 question might be, what are the biggest challenges this team is facing in achieving its goals? A Level 4 question could be, how do you see industry trends shaping the company's strategy over the next 5 years? Aim for Levels 3 and 4 to position yourself as a strategic thinker. Strategic questions should demonstrate that you've done your homework. This means referencing specific company initiatives or challenges, showing understanding of industry context, connecting to recent news or developments, demonstrating knowledge of the competitive landscape. For example, you might say, "I read about your recent acquisition of company. How does that align with your growth strategy, and what opportunities does it create for this role?" This approach not only positions you as informed and engaged but also shows that you're genuinely interested in the company's success. Effective strategic questions serve two purposes. 1. Positioning. They demonstrate your strategic thinking and business acumen. 2. Information gathering. They help you make informed decisions about the role and organization. For example, you might ask, what are the biggest challenges this team is currently facing, and how can this role contribute to addressing them? This question positions you as someone who thinks strategically while also providing you with valuable insights into the role. Remember, the best questions create a dialogue, not an interrogation. Mastering strategic questions is critical for several reasons. Differentiates you, stand out from generic candidates. Demonstrates executive thinking, show you understand business complexity. Reveals genuine interest, prove you've invested time in understanding the company. Builds rapport, create a collaborative dialogue with the interviewer. Provides decision-making insights, gather information to assess fit. For example, when you ask thoughtful questions about the company's challenges, it shows that you're not just looking for a job, you're looking for the right opportunity to contribute and grow. This level of engagement can be the deciding factor between equally qualified candidates. Let's look at a real-world example. Context: a SaaS startup scaling from mid-market to enterprise clients. Strategic questions asked. What are the biggest product challenges you anticipate as you scale? How do you balance customer feedback, technical feasibility, and strategic vision? What would success look like for this role after 12 months? Result: the candidate was hired with a 20% salary increase, noted for their strategic thinking. This example highlights how thoughtful questions can position you as a standout candidate. And with that, you've completed Lesson 3.5, Strategic Question Development, Positioning Yourself as a Strategic Thinker. Congratulations! You now have the tools to craft impactful questions that position you as a thoughtful, business-minded professional. Remember, strategic questions are your opportunity to showcase your intelligence, build rapport, and gather critical insights. Use the frameworks and examples we've covered to prepare for your next interview. On behalf of all of us at LearnYa Skills, thank you for your hard work. We're excited to see how you apply these skills to transform your career. For more resources, visit us at www.learnyaskills.com. See you in the next lesson.